What's happening, football fans? Week 5 of the NFL season is right around the corner, so you know what time it is. It's the Friday Football Roundtable brought to you by Coors Light. Things are gonna be done a little differently today. Mr. D to the G is on vacay, but he is calling in this week to talk shop. Derek, let's talk about the biggest disappointment of the season so far, my beloved Eagles. Michael Vick says the dream team notion is dead, and the Philadelphia Eagles have to focus on being themselves. The defending NFC East champions are 1-3 in a season that began with Super Bowl aspirations. Quarterback Vince Young was the first to label the Eagles a dream team after signing a one-year deal to be Vick's backup in July. Young was also one of the several big-name players the Eagles acquired during the offseason. So far, the moves haven't paid off. Vick says the dream team label may have put added pressure on the players, and the team now has to scratch and kick from the bottom of the pile. The Eagles visit Buffalo, who are 3-1 on Sunday. Do you think it's a wrap for the city of brotherly love, Derek?
Well, I think the Eagles have to do some soul searching here, Papa. I think it begins with the front seven, because the one thing the Eagles did not address in the offseason was their run-stopping ability. I think the linebackers have to look deep within themselves and decide, are we going to depend on a safety to come in the box to stop the run, especially in the fourth quarter where they're giving up big numbers? I mean, look at what they did last week. I think that's where it begins for them. That's where it ends for them. They've got to find a way to stop that run, whether it's putting 8, 9 men in the box, and depending on those great cornerbacks that they picked up in the offseason. But something's got to give.
The Bills' fast start came to a jarring halt in Cincinnati last week, but it is a safe bet that running back Fred Jackson will have a rather better time against the Philadelphia team, giving up 5.3 yards per carry. But then Vic, too, should enjoy himself against a Buffalo's defense with just 4 sacks in 4 games. I'm riding with my squad. Eagles are going to win it. What do you say, Derek?
Well, again, the top Philly has been dismal against the run so far this season, especially during the fourth quarter, as I've said. And Fred Jackson is, quite frankly, a man on a mission this season. And let's not forget, the Buffalo Bills, led by Ryan Fitzpatrick, are pretty much playing with house money at this point. They're just going as far as they can go, doing what they can do from a week-to-week basis. I think the key to this game will be turnovers. If Fitzpatrick can stay away from the turnovers, I see the Bills coming out on top. I'm going to pick the Bills.
Meanwhile, the Bears and the mighty Lions face off. The Bears' running game and special teams helped them to a 34-29 win over the Carolina Panthers, evening their record at 2 apiece. 2 losses, 2 wins, of course, on the season. Bears wide receiver punt returner Devin Hester set an NFL record with the 11th punt return for a touchdown during his career, and running back Matt Forte had a career high of 206 rushing yards last week. The Bears have won 6 straight against the Lions, including a 4-point win over the Lions in Detroit last December. I think the Bears are going to do it this time, Derek. What do you think?
Well, this game is going to come down to Jay Cutler versus Matt Stafford. I mean, Stafford has, quite frankly, looked brilliant all season long, while Cutler, well, he can't stay off his keister. Not to mention that he's going to have to deal with arguably the best D-line in football this week. This game is crucial because both teams are trying to keep pace with the red-hot Packers in the NFC North. And remember, the Lions have won 12 straight games. I think the key to this game is going to be the Lions' front seven versus the Bears' protection. Look for Cutler to get discouraged early if he gets hit early and often. I've never seen a quarterback complete a pass from his butt. I don't know about you, Talpa. So in that vein, I'm going to take the Lions.
All right, lastly, the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. This is probably the game of the week. The Patriots are perfect this year outside of blowing it in Week 3 against the Bills. So I'll stick with New England in New England. What about you, Derek?
Well, the Pats D seems to be struggling to find their identity, although they've had glimmers of hope on the defense. We're used to seeing what we're seeing, especially the last couple weeks. And what's a better remedy for that than to have a struggling quarterback coming in the face of Mark Sanchez, who, quite frankly, just threw in the towel last week against the Ravens. The key to this game is going to be the Jets secondary versus the Pats wide receivers and tight ends. I think if Brady can continue to hit his favorite targets in Welker, Gronkowski, and Hernandez, it's going to be a long day for the Jets. And let's not forget, it's been years since Tom Brady has lost at home in the regular season. Because of that, I'm picking the Pats big.
All right, so that's going to wrap things up for this week's Coors Light Friday Football Roundtable. This Sunday here on CBS TV2, we've got a great doubleheader for you beginning at 1 p.m. First, the Titans face the Steelers, and then the Jets face off against the Pats. Have a great Columbus Day weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next Friday, same place, same time, for the Friday Football Roundtable brought to you by Coors Light.
It's the Coors Light Win the Ultimate Fan Cave contest. All you have to do is scratch and win at Caribbean Saloon, Shipwreck, Fat Turtle, Sibs, and Fort Christian Brew Pub. Spell touchdown, then enter to win the grand prize.